Good evening. I am E. Adam Thomas, and earlier today we learned of the passing of actor, director, and artist Leonard Nimoy. Best known for his role as Spock in the Star Trek TV series and films, Leonard actually had quite a varied and amazing career. He started his television career with a small part on the series Queen for a Day in 1951 at the age of 20, and over the next 14 years played numerous roles in series such as Gunsmoke, The Twilight Zone, and Dragnet, to name a few, before attaining the role that would make him a cultural icon for decades to come. It would be easy enough for me to sit here and babble on about how his role as Spock was an inspiration to me as a young boy, and truth be told, as much as I might have wanted to be Captain Kirk on the playground, over the years I have come to realize that despite Spock's cold, rational demeanor, he was more instrumental in showing what true humanity really means through his character and through others that he played throughout his career. Look, I've never met this man. I met Jimmy Doohan once when I was about 19. I even got to drink at the same table with him at a sci-fi convention in Denver and listening to him tell stories about how much of a dick Shatner was. That was an awesome memory. But of anyone in any of the Star Trek films or TV series, or virtually any of the other film and TV franchises that I consider favorites, I think an opportunity to spend even just 5 minutes of my life talking with Nimoy probably would have been one of the most significant experiences of my life. I never got that chance, and that's okay. Because, in a way, through his art, his photography, the parts that he played, the films he directed, and the few interviews he did throughout his time, I kind of feel, or I would like to think, that in a way I did get to know this man. As far as I'm concerned, Leonard Nimoy was one of the most fascinating human beings to walk this earth. He had a wonderful sense of humor, he was fallible, he was sensitive, and he was mind-blowingly intelligent. Now, I could sit here like a jackass and try to wax philosophical, but suffice it to say, despite never meeting him or knowing him personally, I kind of always looked at him like a father figure. He reminded me at times of my own grandfather, William Mudd. And no, you've never heard of him, unless you bought one of his hairpieces in Denver in the 60s or 70s, but he was also at times a very patient, warm soul. That's how I see Leonard Nimoy, warts and all. Yeah, I know he probably argued a lot with people on the set, especially Roddenberry and Shatner. Like any artist, he probably had moments where he was difficult to work with. Trust me, all I've done is public access in this YouTube shit, and I've been on both the giving and receiving end of performer prima donna behavior. But in the end, Nimoy was a peaceful, giving, loving man who not only created his own artistic stamp on the world, but also he worked to support the efforts of other artists as well. He was also not afraid of laughing at himself, as his appearances on The Simpsons and on Futurama can bear as evidence. As I wrap this up, I will only say this. Leonard Nimoy, I love you. You were one of the few actors from my childhood whom I not only enjoyed, but deeply respected. No offense to Lee Majors and Bill Shatner, but Leonard Nimoy's soul always seemed to shine just a little bit brighter, even in his darkest hours. You lived long, sir, and you certainly prospered. I wish you peace and joy on your next greatest adventure. Live long and prosper, my friends.